r/askreddit. Are you afraid of dying? If so, why?
I think I'd just be disappointed. My life has gotten to a place I enjoy after struggling for a long time. It would suck to die after all the hard work.
But you can't be disappointed if you're dead.
But what if you can? I'd argue hell would be the ability to regret the way you spent your time on Earth.
My best friend had a near-death experience the other day, the day after we chilled, and he told me that little accident made him realize he actually is scared of death, because there's so much he still needs to do.
Dying right now at the age of 19 would be terrible and excruciating mentally. Dying at the age of 91, when you have a life to reflect on and almost no future, is a different story. I guess in my mind there's a time where I will be willing to die, but not until my business here is finished.
My grandmother recently passed at 98. I feel like her mentality towards mortality changed her last 2 decades with us. She buried a husband, children, and all of her friends. Towards the end, she would mumble to herself and just say she would mumble to herself and just say she was talking to God. She accepted her death in ways I couldn't understand, but she was also very religious.
Seem to be going against the majority here, but yes. What freaks me out is when I think about what comes next and the possibility, or likelihood, of it just being a black/nothingness and your life is done. Although I won't feel anything or miss anything, similar to before I was born, the thought still really scares me when I think a lot about it.
The endless nothing. Forever. It's freaking terrifying.
Forever is meaningless when your sense of time has disappeared. Forever will feel exactly as long as all the time that passed before you were born, like no time at all.
I was recently diagnosed with cancer, and that made me afraid. Funny thing is, I never thought I would be, but now I am. I'm mostly afraid of not being able to experience things in my life that I would want to experience, things in my life that I would want to experience, like marry my so, buy our first home, go to vacation, etc. I'm also afraid what my death would do to my partner and parents. And of course I'm afraid of pain and dying alone in some hospital. So yeah, let's hope I will recover and not have to think about this for another 50-ish years. Yeah, I'm pretty young.
I hope you recover and get to do everything you want to in life. You've got this. That's the way to word this question. Yes, I am. I'm not scared of being dead, but I'm very scared of becoming dead. I'm even more scared of nearly dying but surviving with a fucked up brain or something.
My poor sister had an aneurysm and all her motor function was totally reset. She had to relearn how to do everything from walking to swallowing. Her behavior is also totally out there sometimes. She's gotten a lot better, but she'll never be the same again. I wasn't, but now I am because I have more to lose.
Definitely. I can't imagine leaving my children without me, knowing how life-changing that would be for them. I want to do everything I can from hurting them, and that would be one of the most painful things they would ever go through. Not really. I'm more afraid of how I die. I hope I die at age 100 in my bed and not murdered by some bored psychopath.
If you could die at 200 with a healthy mind and body, would you prefer that over 100? How about 400, 800, and so on?
I believe we are close to extending humans' lifespans by a large margin, or even reverse aging. I hope me and my parents get to see it.
While I am not afraid of death, I would say that I am afraid of dying, mostly because of natural survival instincts.
Not really, but I am afraid of painful death, so hopefully it's painless when it happens. That's how I feel about COVID-19. My chances of dying are tiny, but my chances of ending up in the hospital for weeks with a tube in my throat are, well, they're not zero.
Is it bad that mine is, I don't want the hospital bill?
Natural instinct and probably the uncertainty of it all. I know when you're dead you stop existing and you no longer think, feel, do anything, but at the same time it just seems so unreal to me. I'll never be able to experience anything truly from another perspective, so how can my point of view just cease to be one day? Logically, it will happen, but mentally I can't wrap my mind around the fact that I will die and there will be nothing, that I'll experience nothing else and not even be aware of it.
This is it for me. The concept of no longer existing is terrifying to me, and this thread is making me extremely anxious. I need to stop reading haha.
I am, because if there's no place you go to after, then I just stop existing. I will not be in nothingness. I will not be in black. My thoughts will just stop existing. I will never do anything ever again.
How do you work with this? I get pretty bad anxiety at night laying in bed thinking about this, and there doesn't seem to be anything that can make me stop thinking about it.
I'm okay with the idea of dying. It doesn't scare me, but I do worry about the impact it would have on my family.
For me, it's that death isn't cheap. Any debts I have, costs of dealing with my body, breaking my lease with my roommate, selling all my stuff, dispersing my accounts, all that has to get done. Then you add on a funeral service if my family goes that route. It's expensive to die.
I am because I don't know what will happen after.
What happens is, first everything goes black. Then there's a high score screen where you can enter your name as 3 letters using the joystick. Then it says, insert
Whoa.
I am because I am 31 and I am waiting for almost 10 years to finally start the life I want but can't due to financial reasons and depression. I just want to live a good life and I am afraid that I wasted too much time and that it will be too late for me to finally be happy.
I'm 33 and feel the same way, especially when I look at those around me. I have made some personal achievements too, but I still feel so far behind and just not content. I know this is not content. I know this is not good, as should you. We should be living our own best lives as happily as possible. Hopefully just enjoy the small things and improve one day at a time.
You are not behind, my friend. This life is not a race. Keep doing your things and enjoy your life.
The only part of dying I'm scared of is being forgotten. I'm really scared of being just lost. My life not really amounting to any legacy. Actually, no, thinking about it as I write, I'm scared of the slow dying that my family seems to suffer with. Dementia runs through one side, Parkinson's the other, so maybe I'll forget why I'm shaking. I'd hate to see my family watch that.
What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see.